you sure we weren't recording? How do you check?
You go to the, hang on, let's stop there.
Okay.
Oh, this is the worst, guys. We just recorded probably 20 to 30 minutes worth of content.
Really good.
And guess what we didn't do? What I didn't do.
Well, why didn't I think to check?
Because that's not, that's.
But most times they do go like, we are recording, right? And you're like, yeah, look at that button.
Look at
What
that red-
button am I looking at?
So it's the, see how the box is red?
Yeah.
So now watch if I do this. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the LegacyKnitz podcast. My name is Chelsea.
My name is Sue.
I am the daughter, mother,
grandmother.
and we're trying this for a third time.
We've never had this happen.
I think we did one other time, and I think we gave up.
I think you're right. So I kicked something.
So we have this battery for our camera that is just plugged in. It's like a forever battery. So it's plugged into the wall, so it can't run out of juice.
Save it as we go along?
No. You actually have to stop the recording, I guess. So what's happening is we were recording, and then Mom is accidentally just unplugging it because the plug was so close to her foot. And we just keep losing all of our footage.
And it's been really, like, a lot.
So,
okay.
But we're going to try again for you guys.
We're going to try again, and we're going to do what we've been talking about twice now at the end instead of the beginning.
Yes, I think we have to.
Because we need a break from that.
I just feel like we've talked about it too much.
Too much, and I'm like kind of over it.
Let's just chat.
Okay, let's chat.
Let's just chat. Because I can't do knitting because I'm too confused as to what we've said and what we haven't said.
We just know we're not going to talk about that sweater till the end because that's all we've talked about now for an hour.
Yes. Okay. We've been knitting a lot.
We've been knitting a lot.
Oh, wait. We didn't even do a thing. My name is Chelsea.
We didn't?
I don't know.
My name is... We did.
I don't think so.
Really cold.
It's insanely cold, insanely windy, very cloudy now.
Always
snowy.
Cloudy. Snowy. I like the snow piece. I don't
mind it.
Did you notice like how white it is up here?
Yes.
Compared to you, because we're not as traveled.
And I also feel like it's very windy here because all of your snow is like up against the barn.
Yeah, well that's snow blowing.
Oh,
that's Dad's snow blowing.
I forget that you guys have a snow blower.
Yeah, so that's snow blowing. So it's been snowing a lot. We thought we were having a storm coming in this afternoon.
Was it supposed to be this afternoon?
Yeah, the weatherman I live with said, oh my gosh, now we're having a storm this afternoon. Tell Chelsea to come, and be prepared. It's changed. This morning, the update was no snow this afternoon.
Okay, this is good to know. I do not pay attention to weather.
Well, I live with the weatherman.
I kind of wish I did as well because I feel very unprepared for all of...
I like to just know what I'm going into. If it's going to be...
It's not that I don't want to know. It's that it is so low on my list of priorities that I'm like, I just can't be bothered.
You don't look at your phone app for weather?
No.
Oh, okay.
I also think because we don't go a lot of places or do a lot of things, it's like if it snows, great. The kids will go outside and play in it. If it doesn't, great.
Yeah, I'm kind of there. But you know me, it's all around grocery shopping.
Oh, yeah.
But I
have a truck, so...
It's really, there's probably very rarely been a time I couldn't get there, but I need to get there.
Just in case.
Just in case.
That makes sense.
Like, I'll go tomorrow for sure. Maybe even this afternoon.
Well, do you have dinner all figured out or no?
Yeah, hamburgers.
Ooh, yum.
Yeah, we have those a lot.
We've been knitting a lot.
We've been knitting a ton. I feel like I went through a very big cast-on period.
Okay.
For socks. Because we had put out new colors and
Yes.
I really was dying to see them knit up.
Yes.
So I have two, I think from, maybe only one from last time. I have our Kiss the Frog. Oh, look at this.
I remember you casting them on, but I don't remember.
Maybe we didn't talk about them yet.
I don't think we have.
Oh,
because we were just showing the colors last time.
Everything is tangled.
Oh, no.
Kiss the Frogs is one of my favorite.
It is super fun.
This is all just too hard at this point.
Guys, this podcast was supposed to be fun.
It
is not fun.
I feel like It was.
It was.
Until it was. This is my new favorite way to talk now. It was until it wasn't.
It's honestly the truth.
What is that about? All of a sudden I say that a lot.
I don't know, but I really like it, and I think it's very true.
True. Okay, just give me a moment to fix this.
So I actually feel that way a lot about reading lately, which is such a bummer. Like, it was so fun, and now it just isn't.
No, I
don't know what to do about it. I think right now my brain is so oversaturated because there's so little to do outside.
Yes.
Like, I underestimate the amount of time that I spend outside in the fall and the spring and the summer.
You do.
I spend a lot, and I don't
didn't know that.
realize. Well, like, I don't realize it until this point in the winter where I'm like, I'm consuming too much information, too many stories, too many TV shows, and there's nowhere left.
Okay.
There's no little corner left in my brain unsaturated. And I feel like the books aren't doing it, the shows aren't doing it.
So you need like a cleanse.
I need to be outside with my hands in the dirt listening to birds. And
Yeah.
how do I do that?
Okay, so I can relate completely because I go out at lunchtime usually, or if I call Graham, every day. And quite often, the green chairs that we have out there, the two, I go out there with my knitting and I chat with her for half hour, 45 minutes some days. And the warmth of the sun. So I do get that, like, definitely feeling claustrophobic.
Yes.
Definitely.
Like within my own brain.
I feel the same because I can't seem to be okay with quiet.
Same.
Right.
But yet it's what I know, it's what I need.
Exactly. So I always have a book on tape. I always have, and I honestly think for me, quiet just means listening to all the noise in my head, which is really overwhelming.
It's
so I think listening to something is better than listening to what goes on in my head.
That must be what I'm experiencing too, because even when I sit down to journal, I'm like, what can I be listening to while I'm sitting here?
Oh, it's also, we are so addicted to constant stimulation. I mean, I wake up in the morning like that and I'm knitting, and I can never just knit. And I'm even worse. I play Candy Crush while I'm knitting.
Just ergonomically.
I figure it out.
Yeah,
I put it down, I do it, and then I pick it up because I have to watch a 20-minute ad or 20.
Oh.
Or say like a 1-minute ad, which can't waste. So it's also about not wanting to waste time. So taking in as much as I can in a short amount of time. It's all very unhealthy, and we need to stop.
How? Help us. How do we
fix
this?
We're going to practice little bits at a time.
I just feel like, too, everything requires so much escapism. Like, for me, now, like, I just need constant escapes. And again, that is so unhealthy.
Yeah.
That is so unhealthy. But it just feels that way.
Also, I do think, for me, one of the times I can do it successfully is cleaning.
No.
No. Well, I shouldn't say that. I have something going.
Oh, also, I had the house to myself yesterday afternoon. Justin took the kiddos and did the schools and everything. I had the house to myself, and I was like, great, I'm going to clean. It'll be a perfect way to start off the week. I was carrying my laptop around with me with trashy reality shows.
Okay.
Room to room.
Yeah.
Vacuum, pause, vacuum. Vacuum's done, unpause. It's so unhealthy.
It's so unhealthy, and it's just habits that we've created. You're right. Even I was going to say cleaning and cooking. But I always have my phone in my pocket with something going.
Right.
I've kind of switched to audiobooks. That seems a little more even keel than, say, a podcast, which makes my brain go a million miles an hour.
Yes.
So, yeah, I don't know.
It's winter problems.
It's winter problems, and I do think, I agree with you. I'm already planning in my head my gardens. I need more of those containers.
Me too. Let me know when you're gonna, are you ordering or are you buying local?
Ordering.
So let me know when you're ordering, because
Well, I'm watching to see, they go on sale.
Okay.
I do think they have decent sales because they are pricey. I'm thinking Mother's Day from Dad.
Let me know.
Yeah. So I kind of want 2 more.
I would love that. I want one all. I feel like you might have said this last year. All with herbs. Did
yes,
you say that
I'd love
Yep.
I'd love a round one for that.
Yep.
Outside my over there.
I follow a YouTuber now, Gaz Oakley, who's this he's in Wales.
I keep forgetting about him.
You've got to do it. He has this whole herbal cabinet, all dried herbs from his garden.
Page.
Yes, exactly. And I'm like, I just am like consuming his content too. His makes my brain a little more peaceful because I'm like watching somebody out in nature with their hands in the dirt.
I get that, yeah.
But anyways, all right, well, that was a tangent.
That was a tangent.
Sorry,
okay,
guys.
so I had this, I need to start everything with our new colors because I love them so much. Kiss That Frog.
Which is one of our 2025 Valentine's Day colors.
Which it'll be available forever.
Yeah.
Crunkled sock pattern.
Let's see if we can do.
Does it work?
Yep, it's focused now.
That. And then we shipped out our first shipment of Schitt's Creek, which we're so excited about it. We're so excited about how excited you guys are about it. Mm-hmm. So much fun. So I had to cast one on. I couldn't stop myself. Forgot the name of this pattern. It's another K. Jones.
Ooh, I love that. Have you knit that one before?
Yes, K. Jones. Oh, please. I think it's this one.
Don't know.
I think it's this one. Yes, it's Winterfest Socks by K. Jones. And it's called
So
No
pretty.
You Get Murdered. And it might be No You Get Murdered first. There's been a lot of confusion around it. I don't know what I would call it.
It's the scene.
It's either
We're not sticklers for detail in case you
Yeah, it's either No You Get Murdered first, or I can't remember.
I don't know.
Something about No You Get Murdered. Okay? We're doing
so
the best
pretty.
we can here.
Doing the best we can.
So that's that. I love it. Our newest.
I'll show it to you in my blanket. You can
Oh,
keep talking
yay.
though. This is it in my blanket.
I didn't know you put it in.
I sure did.
I need to see it.
I love it. I think it's so fun. We never do blue. Well, not never, but we rarely will do blues.
I love it.
I do too.
You can really see it there. Okay, so that is our January installment. No, you cannot get it anymore. Sorry.
Yeah, that's out of here.
We're in our third take.
It's out of here.
But our February one is up on the website until midweek next week, and then I will be dyeing them. You can get them in micro, regular sock sets, and we have the add-on DK for your blankets. So yeah, I love how many people are doing these blankets. And I love that we didn't have to do no, we're not doing them anymore.
Yeah.
It just looks different. Our DK offerings look different right now.
For mini skeins, yeah.
And also, which leads me, there is a mini skein DK
Trio bundle.
Trio
of all of our...
Sorry, this is just gonna be a hot mess. Let's just go with it. Keep going. Keep
just
talking.
going. So it's all three of our Valentine's Day colorways in a DK mini skein bundle.
It's called Sweetheart.
And Valentine's Day is this Friday.
I'm so not into Valentine's.
I'm not really either, but I got the girls something to give to Justin that I think he's gonna really like. So I'm excited for that.
Yes.
But otherwise, Jake will be up here for his birthday.
Jake is coming, and it is his birthday. I do have to figure out what.
Oh my god, yeah, I should do that too.
We are not present people. When we give them, we give good presents.
We make sure that you really want what you get.
Yeah, but it's so much effort. Isn't it so much effort?
There's a lot of effort.
Do you guys feel like it's
And if
so
it brings
much
you
effort?
joy, then I love that for you.
And it does for a lot of people.
And it's just that's not the thing that brings me joy. No. Sometimes if it happens naturally and organically and I'm somewhere and something hits me and I'm like, oh my god, I remember
to send someone a
this
gift.
person said this about that and this fits that, so now I'm gonna grab it. That I love, but to be able to have to sit down and have a deadline of you need a gift by this
Friday.
date for the
Holy cow.
It just feels so inauthentic that
It's called
way.
Sweetheart.
Sweetheart mini skein bundle.
They come in the DK.
I really like this. Yes, so they're all DK mini skeins. I have mine ready for Friday to cast on.
I should be doing that.
For my Sweet Shop blankets, which I can show now.
Oh my gosh,
I'll show my progress. I am loving it too, honestly.
Oh my gosh.
It's
sheer perfection.
It's such a fun blanket. And somebody said this on Blue Sky the other day. They were like, your blankets just, they said something about, the colors really shine. It's just the perfect stage for the colorways.
I also feel like my dyeing technique, which I don't even know what that is, it lends to this
Definitely.
look.
I agree. So yeah, I am still absolutely loving this project.
I haven't pulled mine out in a while.
Oh, and I don't know if I said it. It's a Sweet Shop Blanket by Laura Penrose. It's a DK weight pattern. All the details are in the podcast, the last podcast that we recorded. And they'll be down in the show notes. But it's a fun one. I haven't stopped. I've just been distracted by other knits.
Yeah. And oh my gosh, I love it. I will be so sad when this project is over.
This one?
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Because I am enjoying it so much.
This is the Vienna set by Petite Knit.
Oh,
I think. I'm pretty sure it's by Petite
I'm
Knit.
pretty sure too.
And yeah.
They don't know why that's so shocking. Because we've
been talking about Petite Knit a lot today.
A lot.
You just didn't hear any of it.
A full hour. Half hour and a half hour.
But yes, that's a Petite Knit pattern.
I love it. Jen, oh my gosh, our sweet friend Jen sent me some of her scraps.
Ooh, I've never seen this color. I don't think I've seen either of these colors.
I feel like well, one of them is Advent.
This one maybe?
Year's Advent. Or they're both the same. Did
No.
I hand you two the same?
They don't look the same to me.
And then look at this one.
Let's see. Ooh, look at all these. So I knit this set for my Advent project.
That's a double.
This is a double for sure. Using all Woolens and Nosh self-striping yarn, fingering weight, targy base with a strand of mohair because it is a DK weight pattern. And then Mom cast one on, and then actually this is kind of the perfect segue.
Oh, let me see, because I'm gonna have to do that.
I know, it's literally the exact same thing.
I know.
But with decreases and increases. And then Michelle, who we love so dearly, sent us some of her leftover Advent skeins. And so I've been using those to make a Musselburgh hat.
And you made the mittens.
And I made the mittens, less one thumb. Oh, but I did make
start those soon.
The mittens, which I should have brought, but I didn't. And it's the same thing. It's all Michelle's self-striping yarn held with a strand of vanilla bean mohair. And when this was one of those projects that I was like, I have to cast it on, I need to. So I finally was like, I created this huge mountain, this huge issue out of it. Because the pinhole cast on, I do not know by heart. Like, I don't think I'll ever know. That's the only reason why I haven't started. I haven't made one yet. Totally. Because I was like, I need to take out my laptop. I need to figure out what needles I need to get. I don't remember if I need DPNs or if I need magic loop. And so it was just all of these like unknowns.
And you've made a bunch of them.
At least half a dozen.
I know.
And so I finally sat down one day and I was like, I got all the things. I got the tutorial up. I have my yarn. I cast on and I'm knitting. I'm like, oh, this just feels so different. Like, why does this feel so different? Well, I'm sure at this point you can guess. I wanted to knit it with a strand of mohair so that it fit the set that I knit. And I did not cast on with mohair. So now luckily this pattern is a big tube. You cast on, you increase, you knit all the way down in the tube, you decrease, you bind off. So what is going to happen is you fold it in on itself. I am sure most of you know this already, but for any new viewers, you fold it in on itself. So at the end of the day, you will not see that cast on. It's
beautiful.
Thank you. I am very excited about it. I love a Musselburgh hat. It's a pattern by Ysolda Teague.
So you did it as a DK weight?
I would say sport, but yes.
Oh my gosh.
And it's so warm and cozy, and I do think it's going to be one where I like double brim it. So warm, so cozy, so colorful,
so gorgeous.
You're
almost done.
I could decrease and bind off right now if I wanted to. I don't want to lose the around and around project, that mindless project. You know.
I know.
So anyways, Mom and I hemmed and hawed, and I was like, do I pull back and recast on with the mohair? And you were so good to encourage me to just like keep going, and if it really bothers you, then do it. And at that point, I had already made my way through the increases.
It's just you're never gonna see it.
That was the final thing where I was just like, I'm not gonna see it.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It does take away the ability to turn it inside out for the other stripes, but because I am using the yarn that I'm using, I'm pretty sure it's the same. On both ends.
Yeah.
So...
Oh my gosh, I have to start that.
It's so fun. I've been knitting this on my... Actually, tonight is a bachelor night. I go to my friend's house and I watch...
You can bring it.
So I think this might be the last night that I knit around and around on it.
So fun.
And then I'll start the decrease. But this is how much yarn I have left.
Oh my gosh. Oh, you're getting low.
I'm getting low, but I also have that black.
More.
Well, and I have that black mini skein. So I also think it could be cool to finish out all the stripes and then use the black mini skein from the Advent, which I didn't use.
Right.
For the top.
Yes.
So we'll see.
I also have plenty if you change your mind.
Okay, that's good to know.
So yeah. I want to start the mittens. So the only thing that not the only thing, but what I am appreciating about the winter, it's giving me a lot of knitting time.
Totally.
A lot of knitting time. And I am so taking advantage of that and enjoying it.
That is really good. Because, yeah, I mean, unlike you, like, I will... What did I just do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's working so far, so I'm just
That's a
going
good
with
one,
it.
the 7. That's a good one to go with. We were talking about more knitting time.
Oh, you're so good to take advantage of it because I do definitely miss it when it's not here.
Yeah. Although, gosh, I am on I have not been on this much of I need to be knitting all the time.
Yeah.
I'm sure it has to do with much more than the winter. Okay, never mind.
I have a feeling.
It's my happy place. So is stitching. I have been working on my English paper piecing.
Yes,
which I will try to bring that down next time. I tend to do that on the weekends. I curl up in my room upstairs. I really enjoy it. But it's so mindless. It's going like this.
But so you don't feel like you're missing out on knitting time while you're doing it?
That's why I'm not doing it as much.
Yeah.
But I like it if I want to watch something on TV, like, I don't know. I really, and it's not that I don't want to be stitching. Again, I've become a product knitter and I want all these things on my body.
Same.
So I think that's what's driving me more than anything right now is before the winter ends, I want to be wearing like this.
You want to be stocked up.
I'm craving this to wear it. But I also have another sweater because we are all about our garments right now. And I wish I hadn't put this down, but I did. And it will get done because I love it and I want to wear it. My silver lining. So I have this much left of a sleeve and this sleeve, which I do not... You know, Sleeve Island is not Sleeve Island for me.
Not for me. I love a sleeve.
Because it's fast. You accomplish it really quickly.
Yep.
And so this is our Junction fiber mill, which, oh my gosh, if you don't follow them, you should. That mill is so interesting.
So cool.
It's mind-boggling to me. And someday I would like to go down for a tour.
Yeah.
It's
so cool.
Because it's close. I think it's probably over an hour 15.
That's not bad.
To White River, hour and a half.
Like an hour and a half, I'd say.
But we could also then go to King Arthur.
There's so much to do down there.
There's stuff down there we could do. So anyways, I love it. I love the materials I'm using. So Fisherman's wool, Lion Brand. I love it.
Is that the heathered brown?
I think this is heathered brown. Originally, it was too brown for me. It's not anymore.
I think
it's
so
not.
Good.
I think every picture I took, it was taking on a different brown. It was more like brown.
Yeah, like a chocolate.
Instead of this beautiful heathered grayy brown to me. So I love it. I'm obsessed with it. Look at my blankets there.
You're surrounded. You're
could
ready.
we be octopuses and have, is it 4 sets of arms, I think?
Yeah.
So these two could be knitting. These two could be stitching. Would
I
they
would be
get in the way?
Most likely.
They would.
But like we don't really have to think about the real...
Well, but I want to. So 2 would be in the front, 2 would be in the back.
How would you see what you were doing in the back though?
Oh.
You'd have to have 2 sets of eyes.
Oh, of course, back and front.
Yep. This is our
Yeah.
world.
Yeah, or swiveling. A swiveling neck.
An owl? An owl octopus.
Because...
Owl octopus.
Like this I don't have to look.
Right. Right, so that one could be in the back.
Blanket could be in the back.
Blanket could be in the back. Sweater in the front.
Sweater in the front.
Blanket.
Well, again, I'm so afraid to go grab that. Don't go anywhere near it.
Grab it. Can you imagine that little piece of yarn unplugged? At this point, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. And then that would be when we really gave up.
We'd be like, goodbye.
Goodbye. There's no podcast.
Goodbye. There's no podcast this week. We are so on track with our podcasting.
We are, and it feels good.
Feels good. So are we ready to go dive into the sweater?
Oh yeah, I'm not ready yet.
Okay,
but we can keep the garment train going.
Okay, keep it going.
So Petite knit.
What are we wearing?
Oh my gosh, we didn't even say. So today we are knitting.
Wearing.
Oh my god. I am wearing the No Frills pullover by Petite knit in our T for 2 colorway.
Just one of my favorites.
Me too. Held double with our vanilla bean mohair. And Mom is wearing Waves of Change pullover by Denise Bayron.
In Wonder.
In the Wonder colorway. In our chunky base.
Chunky base.
Mm-hmm.
Chunky? Yeah.
So, yeah.
Chunky. Mm-hmm. I really want to make one of these now.
I want to make another one.
Mm-hmm. We're going to have to do that.
Mm-hmm. Because this is just such like a sweater. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure you guys will know what I mean by that. It's just like not something that is so... Like, I don't look at this and be like, oh, I knit that sweater. Like, it's just very... It's just you throw it on and you go. Yeah. Since we are on this, like, garment train, we are knitting a garment. But Mom also has her eyes on a Slipover pattern by Petite Knit. I haven't picked it. As if you're not sitting here.
Keep going.
She's really struggling with this decision, so... I'm just kidding. But so I was kind of looking through the Ravelry store and trying to find a good Slipover, like, with the characteristics that she was saying. But honestly, all the characteristics, all the ones that have your characteristics also have that dang turtleneck.
I know. I think I'm going to do it.
I think you could do it and not do the turtleneck.
I also love the turtleneck.
So I just do the turtleneck.
I think I'm going to.
Yeah.
But go ahead, because I also love this one.
So I knit one of their Slipovers at one point out of our Vanilla Bean DK because it was just what I had, and I was like you, I was just itching to get a Slipover knit. Now that I have knit this one, and this was a couple years ago, anytime I wear it, I question it.
You questioned it when you were making it, and I am just 100% all about it.
I mean, I'll give it to you if you want.
I don't think it would fit.
It's not the pattern. So I was saying this right when that happened. I think my biggest thing, I knit it too long.
Oh,
so it's not
shorter.
Very complimentary. Like, I think I would like it a lot more if it fell at my waist. Right now, it falls at this weird, like here area.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it cuts me. Like, I either need it to be longer or at my waist like this. Mm-hmm. And I think it's the length. Now that I'm saying that,
that makes sense. I do love it.
I love
the pattern.
I do too, like the fabric, the texture of the fabric's really nice. It has this folded neckline. It has larger armholes, which I really like.
Yeah, that's what I really want.
Well, I'm also wondering, and I think I was saying this too, if I find a more tight-fitting garment for underneath it, it might work. Because right now I'm just kind of like using Oxford button-ups, and like I like them, but I think because there's so little shape to this,
yes,
it just doesn't feel flattering.
Yeah,
at all.
I get it.
So I'm not going to get rid of it by any means, but it's not as well loved as I thought it was going to be when I was knitting it.
I will say though, and this is something we were talking about, and we'll probably get back to it. It's so classic. I would never get rid of it.
True.
Because I feel like it's one of those classic vests that the time's going to come near and be like,
I can't believe I got rid of that.
Can't believe I got rid of it. It's a cream, I call them vests, but Slipover. Like, I just can't imagine at some point you wouldn't.
Part of me wants to tea dye it.
Oh, we could completely dye it.
I know. I'm really kind of torn about it.
We could completely. We've never dyed a garment.
Like, I could see it in sage.
Oh, I mean,
sage color.
We could try it. I think it would come out so gorgeously tonal.
I think we might have to, honestly.
That would be really fun to do.
It would just be a fun project, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we do it.
Yeah.
But I do have another one by Petite Knit that I sent you a screenshot of yesterday, and I was like, ooh, this sounds really good.
Is this another slipover?
It's another slipover. Let me get, that was in Rachel's. Okay. Oh wait, no, it's not in here. So I love this silly slipover.
Okay, I saw that. I like it, but it's not what I'm thinking.
Well, once you described all the characters, it's absolutely nothing.
But I do like it a lot.
Let me, that's not the one I want to make though. I'm also dying to knit the Sophie.
Long one, me too.
Not even the long, they have a hood.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's what I meant.
Yes.
Hood, yes.
Is
that a Petite Knits? It is. I feel like Petite Knits right now, a lot of the stitchers that are becoming knitters are very
drawn to Petite Knit.
I just don't know why it's called Petite Knits, because I'll be honest, for the longest time that stopped me because I thought it literally meant.
It really does do them as a disservice.
Disservice,
for
yes.
sure.
Because it's not who they are at all. Mm-mm. I'm sure it's for a reason they call themselves that.
Yeah, and I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I'll put it on the screen here, but it's all over cabled, and I've never done a cable pattern.
Oh my god!
But it is kind of like that silly slipover where it's more cropped. And I think for springtime would be really
That's the only
cute.
problem. I wanted mine for Easter time.
Mm-hmm. I think you still could.
The turtleneck?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
Well, Easter also I think is really early.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be cold on Easter anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yes, that is kind of what I'm hoping to knit between one more of these, because again, this will serve as my mindless knitting if I cast one of these on.
And is that top down?
Yeah, raglan.
Top down raglan. This is the one, Holly, we talked about, I think, that you could start.
It's super fun. It's super cute. You can make it however you want it. I made my sleeves very long. But I actually...
Didn't Kristen too?
Yes.
Because she made one, I remember.
Yep.
A really pretty one in a blue. What was that colorway? Oh my gosh.
Hang on. Painted... No.
Oh, it was really nice color.
It was blues, greens, yellows.
What was that?
That was from our...
Spring collection.
What was that big romance collection?
Romance collection.
Oh man, what was that called? That was such a pretty color.
Yeah.
I want to find, like, I need to look before I leave. Because I would like to find, I don't know if I would want to do it tonal and alternate.
For that one?
Yeah.
I kind of like that one in our speckles, I gotta admit.
I do too, but I like how understated it is. I don't think I would want, like, kind of back to our conversation, which we probably don't have on film. I really like just, like, the really... tried and true, like understated.
You know what could be real? One of my favorite is Painter's Smock.
I love that one. I'm also thinking our 2025 colorway Hope. Wouldn't that be stunning?
So what's the weight? Sorry, we'll be back to you in a moment.
I'm shopping right now. I would do Cozy Toes and probably Vanilla Bean again.
Okay. We might have it up there. You have to look.
I'll have to take a look.
Yeah.
Because and I don't even think I alternated with this one.
Yeah.
I really don't think I did.
Yeah, I didn't with this one.
Yeah. So
Hope
that's another garment.
Gorgeous.
Wouldn't it be stunning?
Hope is funny. When it came out, I was just kind of like, it's pretty.
Yeah.
I am now obsessed with it.
It's insane.
Hope.
It's so pretty. It's so understated.
It's so understated.
And I think with like the softening of the Vanilla Bean mohair, I think it would be like...
so springy.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll match on Easter.
Well, and then part of me is like, do we knit one of these, but we make it short sleeves?
You know me, I'm not a short sleeve
girl.
girl.
Even if it's like to the elbow. Like it doesn't have to be short
For a sweater though?
I don't know why. I'm thinking, I want spring so bad.
Spring.
I'm trying to manifest it with my knits.
Yeah, manifesting works.
It does sometimes.
I'm working on the kitchen so big.
Oh, I even think about it.
Yeah.
I do. I think about it.
It's happening. Mm-hmm. I don't know how, when, where, why, but it feels like it's happening.
I think it will. Well, I think have we gone through all of our knits besides...
We got to get to what we started with, which we are so excited.
I just keep looking at this.
I'm like we're so excited about this sweater. But we've talked about it ad nauseum.
Truth.
which you won't. I'm so afraid of this yarn right now.
It's okay. It's okay.
Far away.
It's far away.
We spoke about it ad nauseum and with so much excitement that now it's like, okay, here they are.
Stupid sweater that we've been knitting,
that we love,
that we are
so
obsessed
much,
with.
but we've talked about it now twice for a half hour.
So
we're not going to know what we've...
Who knows what you're going to get this time around.
Okay, should I do the preamble again? We're sick of the preamble. Let's not even
We don't need the preamble.
Yeah.
We're knitting the storm sweater by Petite Knit.
Which I like to think of as the camp sweater. I can't figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But here it is. It's what I've been knitting on this whole time.
We're obsessed with them.
It's such a fun... Mine's all rolled up.
Mine is too.
It is such a fun pattern. It is a DK weight pattern. We purchased the yarn that it was designed in. Sansgarn, Peer Gint. Mine is the eucalyptus colorway. Does this feel too... It's so weird because you said this in one of the takes. We are not scripted at all. So now to repeat ourselves, it feels so inauthentic because it's like, I've said this 100 times. This is why we don't script. This is why we don't take notes.
Because it's not like... Even like if I was a public speaker, like the few times... When I used to teach, it was similar to public speaking in a sense. And I just don't read off script. Like it just feels so... inauthentic. I get why people do, believe me.
And some people do it so well that you would never know.
I wouldn't do it well.
Same.
I mean, I may have like bullet point notes just for my own sanity to know what has to be said. But I am not a scripted, so this is feeling really weird.
Feels a little weird.
Even though it's not scripted, we've done it twice.
So, eucalyptus colorway. It is color 8051. Mom's is 1042. I'm just gonna put it on.
It's like a heathered gray. I don't know the name.
Very classic, very
classic.
timeless. Here's mine. We did, what were some of the things we said? DK weight yarn. So if you're looking for a sweater's quantity, you're looking DK weight.
Yes. Although, if you can, treat yourself. This was not outrageous. It was
Between
not
120 and
137, I think I paid, which is not inexpensive by any means, but it's reasonable for the yarn you're getting. Would be my thoughts.
It's 100% Norwegian wool. The colorways are beautiful. The stitch definition, which you will want to find something like I wouldn't recommend a hand-dyed yarn for this. I would recommend something where you are going to have consistency.
Agree.
Because you want this, you're in it for the texture. Like if you're gonna knit this, it's all about the texture. And if you can't see the texture in the end, you would have done a lot of work for not a lot of payback.
Yeah. And that is a piece of making it, as like the texture piece is so fun, but then to see how it pops. Oh my gosh.
It's so fun. And we talked about this. It's a classic knit that is never, like I have a lot of knits right now that I'm to the point where I'm like, I don't know why I knit this. It was fun to knit, but like, am I ever going to wear it again? Have I ever worn it at all? No, this is not that.
No. And that's why, again, like I would have paid more because I know I'm going to be wearing this for the rest of my life.
Totally. Go for the prescriptive needles. She lists a lot of needles that you're going to need for this. Do as she says.
Yeah. If you can.
If not, just know that you're going to need waste yarn and a tapestry needle. We talked at length about how this felt like really an unattainable sweater, which for me felt really foreign.
Yes.
I don't ever get that like, oh, I don't know if I can do it.
Yes, and you definitely question. I'm looking, it's making me so mad. I want to hit save.
I think here, you know what we can do? We're back.
Okay.
I know. This was always the point in which it would come unplugged.
Yeah.
So, but we're good. We saved it.
We're good.
Yeah, so that was, as I was reading the Ravelry pattern page and like the descriptions and all of those things, I was like, why does this feel so scary?
And I never remember a time, because you did short rows when I was like, oh, I don't know about short rows. Like, you didn't even know there was short rows.
It was like my first big project.
Yes, yeah. So for you to say that, I was like, oh, wow, I've never heard you say that. And I had already gotten started and knew it was fine.
Yeah. But so all of that to say, if you have that fear, it's totally reasonable because the description really throws a lot of words and a lot of, it's so simple. If you can knit, purl, make one left, make one right, pick up stitches, and German short rows.
German short rows. They have great support tutorials, which I said I have not watched, but I know
have.
Oh, you have. Okay.
I have because, so the German short rows that I've been working on have been on a garter project, the blanket. But when it came to the front side, I was like, what is that double knit supposed to look like? Because it's, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So I just wanted a refresher before I did it. So the video support is so great.
Just don't pre-read the entire directions because it won't make sense at times. So I think I even said to you, oh, I wonder how the sleeves go in. You're like, I can't look ahead. I was like, nope, you're right. Although I did sneak ahead and I do know how the sleeves go in.
Does it make sense?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's simple. Now that we got this far. But really, truly go page by page. Use the charts when you want. Like, I use the charts mostly, but then I also use the written if it was simple. Like, knit a row, purl a row, knit a row. It's like, I'm not going to go to the chart for that. I'm just going to check it off there. Yeah. So it is so well written. Do not be intimidated by it. We are enjoying it. Like, we're not enjoying it. We're obsessed with it.
Obsessed. Like, it is so irresistible. I also said this, my hands hurt. I don't typically knit to the point of my hands hurting, but I am doing it every single day.
I always do.
I did recommend some stretching.
Yes,
I do that.
This.
It's very good for your wrists.
It really hurts.
I know, but it's good. The more you do it, the less it'll hurt. The more it'll feel like good.
Remind me to do this more often.
Yes. Anytime, like instead of, while you're waiting for the commercials. Oh yeah, prayer hands. And then I know all of this because my friend Daly had carpal tunnel and had to like do all of this PT for it. And I guess prayer hands until it feels uncomfortable.
Wicked uncomfortable.
Yeah, and just kind of sit in the discomfort for a little while.
I don't like
it's a metaphor for life right now.
The look on your face, metaphor for life right now.
I practice it a lot. A lot.
I'm uncomfortable.
Oh, just always. So, but yes, stretch those hands because even though my hands are aching and I know it might not feel good in my hands, I cannot not pick this project up.
And I always knit to that extent and further.
The thing is, I typically don't have, for some
reason. You don't have
the
opportunity.
I don't have the opportunity.
I do.
For some reason lately, I've been like having these huge chunks of time.
It's good.
And it's the only thing I want to do.
I also have a lot of elbow issues.
I think that will help.
Yeah, okay.
I do think it will help.
I still have some residual pain going.
What happens when it hurts when you're done stretching?
Done stretching.
That's not a great sign.
They just shake them all out.
Yeah, shaking it out's good too.
We've been knitting like crazy.
With no end in sight.
No, I'm just all about garment knitting right now. I thought I was all about sock knitting, and I was for this amount of time, and then I got sidetracked. But it's interesting. I do, when I'm knitting like this a lot, all of a sudden I crave a sock. So I'm so glad I've got them sitting there.
I get that.
Because it's small, and you just go around and around and fast.
That does not appeal to me at all right now.
I know. It doesn't right now.
Right.
But it will.
There will come a time where you're like, oh, I need that.
It will. Yeah.
I keep hoping that will be the case for me too, because, but honestly, like if you do pick this up, just be prepared that everything else that you're working on
goes aside.
You probably won't think about it for a long time.
No, unless you need car knitting, which I need sometimes.
Totally. Oh, am I doing a whole purl?
Okay, did you start Paradise?
Not yet. But we are only
comes out today.
Really? Oh, so it's a week by week.
Tuesday. Well, you'll have 5 to watch.
Oh my god. Okay, that's good because we are almost caught up. We have one more episode of Severance before we're current.
God, we watched the current one.
Was it? Oh well, don't tell me because.
Well, I just don't know.
So Justin was saying this.
Did you watch the one with all the animals?
All the animals? You mean the big hill in the middle of the room? Yeah. The bellies.
No idea what's going on.
The bellies. Like, why did we have to see their bellies?
I don't know.
It's so Justin asked me after we finished watching last night. He was like, "So I know that. So we watched Lost. We were a family that watched Lost.
Dad keeps saying this is Lost all over again, but he loves it. He didn't love Lost.
I'm teetering. I'm not gonna lie, because there are still certain things from the first season. And Justin was like, if you could have one question about the show answered, I won't say anything because I'm not going to spoil anything, but if you could have one question from the show answered, what would it be? And I just said, I want to know everything. What is going on?
Yeah.
Because there is absolutely no indication of what the numbers mean, what the...
Yeah.
There's not enough for me to hold on to and be like, oh.
I feel like that's true of all television lately. Anything I watch, I always have to... Well, first of all, watching season 1 twice was really helpful for me. Now I feel like I need to start season 2 over again, even though it's not over.
I could see that being beneficial.
To say, okay, what did I miss? Because I miss a lot.
I get it.
I miss a lot when I watch, because I don't really watch.
I do, but I also am someone that dozes.
Oh, I don't doze. I just look down at my work.
I doze. I'm a dozer.
Oh, you're a dozer.
And so it makes it really hard because when you're dozing, you don't really know how much time has gone by between when your eyes close and when your eyes have opened.
When Dad dozes / sleeps.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. So then he's like, I don't think I missed that much. It's like the whole second half of the show.
See, and I am the opposite, where I will probably have my eyes closed for 2 minutes, let's say, and I'm like, I missed it. I missed it all. It's over. I have to rewatch the whole episode, and then we go back the next night, and it was like the last 30 seconds of the episode, and I'm like, oh no, I did see that whole show. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't even know how last night's ended because I'm so confused.
I haven't watched.
Yeah, I'm totally confused. I feel like in between we should go back and start second season over. But yeah.
It's I don't know, weigh-in, Succession. No, I keep wanting to call it Succession as well. And it's not Severance. That Severance.
We actually have to talk to Ben about it because he loves the show.
I don't think they're caught up with the second season.
They haven't started it. They were dying for it. He was.
I think just it's hard with Emma. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see though, because when we were over there visiting the other day, we were like, "Have you watched?" And they were like, "We have to find a time." So they were gonna try.
Okay.
But
because I feel like he's headier than
much more cerebral. Like he is just all up in here. Yeah. And I'm just like, there's a goat. Yeah. What is the goat? Part was just so weird. Did you recognize the woman though? The main woman in that scene from Game of Thrones?
That's what I told Dad. Yeah. He didn't believe me.
It is.
That's what I told Dad.
It is. Brienne
I was like, I'm pretty sure that's her. Mm-hmm. We saw her in
in real life?
Yeah.
What?
We saw her in Midsummer Night's Dream in London. She was fantastic.
She's stunningly gorgeous.
She's gigantic.
Yeah.
She's a gigantic woman and gorgeous, and she was so good. And it was so cool. Oh my God. Because it was an interactive play.
Yes, I remember you saying that.
She was
it in the round? Do I remember that correctly?
Yes, it was in the square.
Okay.
We were all the way around the square.
Okay,
yeah. So cool. So yeah.
So Severance. If you're looking for something that's frustrating, but also, again, you just can't stop watching.
Yeah. The acting is very good.
It is. I will say though, the woman.
Yeah.
Just so for me. But I think I also
she's an enigma.
I can't figure out her character. Yeah. Wait, what are we talking about?
Red hair.
I'm talking about the other.
Oh.
Patricia Arquette.
Oh.
She's just okay for me.
Oh, in the first season, she was fantastic. I haven't seen her a lot in this season. Okay. I thought I kind of forgot about her. The first season, I thought she was fantastic.
She was good. So, Patricia Arquette, I'm pretty sure that's her name. I watched Escape from Dannemora, and her performance in that was I think she won an award.
I'm gonna have to watch that. I'm gonna have to get brave and watch that.
It's one of those shows or movies. I don't know if it was a show or a movie. I'll never get it out of my head. It will live in there forever for good reasons and for bad for hard things.
Okay, is it Netflix?
I believe I watched it on Netflix. Okay. Yes.
All right. So I started Paradise because I was seeing clips everywhere like, oh my God. And it's Sterling Brown, who I love.
Obsessed.
And who's the guy who
James
I love?
Marsden.
James Marsden, who I love. Mm-hmm. I didn't know it was him, though. And so I watched the first episode. I was like, whoa. And then I was like, oh, I can't go on. Dad's going to really want to see this. It'll be fun to watch together.
Yeah.
So we watched it together. And I was like, the first episode's just going to probably like blow your mind for a minute.
Really?
So he kept trying to figure it out, which was so annoying.
Oh, he's such an answers guy.
Oh my God.
Like he wants you to know the answers and he needs to know the answers.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And so we got over that and now we're just watching it. It's very current, which at times feels difficult, but not to the point where other more current things I just can't even watch.
Right.
Like it's watchable for me. So yeah, I wish you guys would watch it and catch up before we see you again because I can't even tell you.
A lot to discuss.
It's just too stressful.
Oh.
That Dad wants you to know.
I know.
Like, could we? And the other day, it was like, Justin, stop, stop.
We don't do ourselves any favors though, because Dad will give me something, and I'm like,
yeah,
what does that mean?
You.
We don't
it.
Yeah, we don't do a good job of stopping it.
And I sit there, and why can't I just let it be and be like, okay, if they want to ruin it for each other, let them. No.
I know. I am though.
So stressed.
Okay, so I am one of those people though who, if I'm watching something and I want to know the answer bad enough, I'll just be like, just tell me. I don't care. Because there are some shows that Justin and I will watch together, and the minute I have a question and I know I can't wait, if we're behind, I will look the answer up, and I will still enjoy every second of the show, knowing what is going to happen.
That's good to know because my blood pressure just goes through the roof. I'm like, why are they engaging in this? And I'll be like going, stop talking.
That's enough.
Everybody stop talking.
I get it.
And Dad's like, yeah, I know, but
this is my favorite. He'll be like, no, this isn't giving anything away. This isn't. And then he'll start going, and then he'll say something, and I'll be like, well, that's not really, but if you could have figured that out from.
It makes me literally
crazy. I know.
Crazy. And I remember when Paul Miller and Paige were here, Paul was reading what was Dad reading of Stephen King's? It was so long.
The Dark Tower series.
He was reading it, and I almost shared that with Dad.
Oh no. Mm-mm.
I was like, oh no, I can't sit in this room with those conversations. So then when they left, I was like, oh yeah, Paul Miller's he's like, why didn't you tell me? And I'm like, I don't know, I forgot.
Oops.
I literally thought, oh my God, I cannot mediate this conversation.
That could be too hard. Because what if they're off on their own having that conversation and you weren't there to stop him in his tracks?
Then I don't care, it's on them. But in front of me, makes me insane. Okay, so that's it for that.
Those are the TV things. And then, of course, trashy reality. I'm watching The Voice again for the first time in years. Did you watch? What do you think of the new judges?
Well, Dad loves her because she did a duet with Noah.
Yeah.
So we think Noah's going to come on and be a mentor.
He totally could.
Yeah.
Did you hear the guy, you must have, that did the Noah Khan song at the very end of the... No, he was the last auditioner. He was a 4-chair turn.
Dad was like, what did he sing?
The normal, the...
6 season one?
Yeah. I feel like I just know so many of his songs.
That or Northern Attitude, I feel like would be...
Oh, could have been that one. It was one of his more popular songs.
Dad's going to be so mad because he was like, this is on for 2 more hours.
Don't you watch it on Hulu?
I don't know.
Or did you watch it Did you watch it at night?
Yeah.
Was it on last night?
Maybe we didn't. Maybe it wasn't live.
You could have just gone... Well, it doesn't matter. It is long.
It was too long. And you know what? My attention span is not great in those things. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wasn't loving, and it's just because it was probably the beginning, the interaction between all the judges. I wasn't loving Michael Bublé.
He feels like he's still trying to find his place.
Yes, and then I wasn't sure about her. I can't remember her name.
Kelsey Ballerini.
Yes. And... I was like, God, I can't figure her out. Like, is she gonna fit in? And then when she turned for a country guy.
A country guy?
Yeah. Maybe we watched a different episode. Was there only one?
I've only seen one.
Okay.
That was available on Hulu.
It was a country guy.
Yeah.
And then she started trying to convince him.
Yes.
And I liked her a lot. She's got a lot to offer, I think.
Yes, I think she'll be fantastic.
Yeah. We are now movie and TV show critics.
Hope you enjoy.
Look at, we're getting further and further away.
We're like, make it stop. It's kind of all of the watching I've been doing, you know, besides all the other trashy shows.
Yeah, you love those trashy shows.
It is just like the ultimate form of escapism for me.
I love that you love them. I'm so judgmental in those things.
Oh, I totally get it. I totally get it.
Oh, really?
They just serve such a purpose for me that I can't even go there. I'm just like, yeah, you do you, boo-boo. And I'm going to watch it.
I think it's
great. I'm
going
to go get a snack.
Oh, I think it's great.
Yeah.
So I just finished listening to the Wedding People.
Did you like it?
I did like it.
I keep seeing it.
It reminded me in an odd way of a man called
Ove?
Yeah.
Uwe,
whatever you call
it. Okay.
There's a thread that reminded me of it, and even the way it unwound. I don't know why the writing reminded me of it, which doesn't really make any sense.
Frederick Bachman is the best.
The best. It could have been whoever was the reader I loved.
Oh, the narrator?
The narrator. I loved. So I just finished that, and I really enjoyed it, and I need a new audiobook. I'm obsessed with audiobooks.
I wish I was.
I feel like they're so focused. Like we talked about, was that in this one? We talked about that? I don't know. I feel like they're very focused. They keep my brain focused.
And so, I find I wander. My brain wanders.
Well, it has to be so engaging.
Good. Yes, I agree.
It can't be just any old book. It has to have a great reader, a great plot.
I agree.
Or, I shouldn't even say, because I don't know that this is a great plot.
Right.
But it sucks you in immediately. The characters grab you.
And when you turn it on after not listening for a couple of days, are you just right back in it?
Fine.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm reading The Blue Sisters, is that the name of it?
I think that's what you told me,
The Blue Sisters, and I'm reading 10 pages at a time, and I can't remember who's who. And
that's me for everything.
Yeah.
Which I'm so mad because I'm still reading Somewhere Beyond the Sea by Teague, and it's so good. I just have no desire to pick up the book. Yeah. So I need to return it to the library because I feel bad. Like it's due now.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not just going to hold on to this and keep renewing it until I get my mojo back. So
I feel like that's a buy too.
If I want that in the house, I want all of his books in my library someday.
I agree.
That, and then I'm reading, on my Kindle, an Abby Jimenez. I think it's called like Part of Your World or something like that.
Oh, that sounds familiar. I like her.
Same.
We've talked about it, a good novel. I'm still searching. A lot of people suggested a lot of books that I had already read.
Have you read Tiny Little Life or This Tiny Life or something like that?
Boy, who wrote that? I'm starving. We need emergency snacks. Tiny Little, that sounds familiar.
That's not it. Yeah. A Little Life by Hanya.
Oh, no. What's it about?
I don't know. National Book Award finalist.
Help me remember that.
I have it. I bought it on thriftbooks.com because
I've got like 5 of your books upstairs.
Well, whenever I'm done, I'll just give it to you because once I finish, it doesn't matter if I have it anymore. But I have that one, and I have Never, which is like a Peter Pan type story.
Oh.
I bought them both off of Thrift Books after watching a BookTube video.
I need to go to Thrift Books, I think.
World of Books and thriftbooks.com are just like the best. You can sell on there, you can buy on there.
Oh, help me remember those.
It's so affordable. I bought, I think, 5 books for $20. 3 for Lily, 2 for me.
Oh my gosh, Sweet Lily is such a reader.
Such a reader.
She has my heart every time I see her with her knees up. And the book in her hands, and she's looking, and I love it.
It's her favorite. Yesterday was reading center for her, and she came home with 3 new books, and it was so funny. Charlie was like, video game. They get like 30 minutes of video games at the end of the day. And Lily was like, yeah. But she was like trudging with her backpack full of books, and she like handed Charlie the remote and was like, I'm going to watch you. And then she just took her books out and was just like nose in. She just can't help herself. She loves them.
Well, and it's funny because none of you are big readers.
No.
You weren't.
I feel like Jake more so than any of us because he loved Harry Potter.
Yep. And Hardy Boys.
He was a Hardy Boys guy?
Read every single one.
I didn't know that.
When he couldn't sleep at night, he stayed up really late reading all the time.
Oh, I get it.
That's what he did. All right, we gotta go. I'm starving.
We gotta go.
So we're not guaranteeing anything about this because it's our third try.
Fingers crossed.
And we're hoping we at least brought you a couple minutes of joy.
Fingers crossed.
Otherwise, we'll be back and it'll be better.
It'll be better.
Look at that.
Look, yeah, I got to the end of my little diamond motif while we were sitting here.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. I love it so much.
Beautiful. So you guys, don't forget, Storm Sweater.
Storm Sweater by Petite Knit.
Yeah,
grab
join
some yarn,
us.
grab some needles.
Yep.
Cast on.
It's a great one.
It is.
It's a great one. Keep knitting. Knit all the sweaters.
Yes. And this is how have we gotten all the way through a third podcast and now we can't even sign up.
Needles up.
Thank you for being here. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to help us gain more exposure to the makers on YouTube. But otherwise, we'll see you next time. Thank you for joining us.
Needles up.
Needles up.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye.